No, wait, I wasn't ready. I'm just kidding. We're good.
I was like, what? Welcome back to another Versus Challenge, episode number 9. 9 part 2.
Yes, 8 was the graphics versus gameplay.
Yes, graphics versus gameplay, which just came out 2 weeks ago. And this is episode 9. Today is all about
the best fighting game.
Fighting games. That would be like one-on-one. Like,
yes, fighting
okay.
games. Like, my kung fu is better than your kung fu kind of fighting games. There are many.
There are many.
Fighting games.
But we're going to talk about 2 franchises.
Technically, yes.
Sort of, in a sense.
I mean, I think literally every fighting game ends up as having a sequel.
Yeah.
Because they're successful.
Usually.
So they always make another one.
Not my favorite genre.
No.
By any means.
Yeah, this is not a game. I've gotten sucked into one, and I will touch on it.
All right.
But, yeah. So, if you don't know the rules of a versus challenge,
2 minutes.
each of us get 2 minutes to make our case. In this case, for our best fighting game.
Yep.
There will be a wrap-up after the 2 minutes. We've gotten better at
Rebuttals.
stopping at 2 minutes.
Yeah. Little rebuttals.
Originally, we gave ourselves like a 30-second roundup. This time, we stop at 2 minutes.
We pretty much stop, and then we kind of like, we both add in a couple of like...
critique each other. And
yeah. Maybe an extra little fact or two, but nothing like crazy.
The big catch is that we will not decide a winner. You will decide a winner. So you will have to like, comment, subscribe, and tell us who was wrong, who was right. Maybe we're both wrong, and you have a better answer, and you throw that in the comments, and then, we send you a link, and you join us for the next one. I'm just kidding. But that would be fun.
That would be cool, yeah. Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, Spreaker, Podbean, Apple Podcasts,
Amazon
Spotify, Amazon, terriblegamerspod@gmail.com, and then also rep our Reaper Apparel, Dubby, and we have our own. Oh, mine did it again. I'm wearing the green.
Yeah, but that's why I got the blue one. Does mine look good?
Nope, yours is disappearing too.
Oh shit. Well, on TeePublic, check it out.
TeePublic. We also have a link tree that is on our Instagram pages and all of our videos now, because I did go back and add it to all the videos. All right, so 2 minutes will go on the clock after we do our coin flip. So we
got the Mario coin with the Power Star on one side, Mario coin on the other side.
Yep.
You will call it in the air.
All right, sounds good.
And winner chooses their
to
defer or receive.
Yeah, correct.
Ready?
Go.
3, 2, 1.
I forgot to
heads. Call in the air.
Heads.
Heads again.
All right, I'm going number 2 again.
You are number 2.
Yep.
Who does
Player 1, but number 2.
Oh shit! I pinched myself in this fucking case.
Are you all right?
I'm sorry. It fucking hurt. Fuck. Okay.
All right.
Let's talk about people bashing each other in the face while I go. Oh, my finger. Okay. Ow. Is the timer set?
2 minutes on the clock. Ready? Go.
All right, so I am going with the X-Men / Marvel versus Street Fighter / Capcom series. The first one being X-Men versus Street Fighter. That was an arcade game. Classic. It brought in people that wanted to play as Wolverine, wanted to play as Cyclops or Gambit, and then you had the classic people who just wanted another Street Fighter game because they love Guile and Ryu and Ken and Zangief. This is a big crossover. It spawned 7 or 8 more games in the arcade and also back to the consoles in your home. So you got that Marvel versus Capcom. You got that Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. After the original the X-Men success, it brought in let's pull in Spider-Man. Let's pull in the Hulk. Let's pull in Captain America. Instead of just having the X-Men, let's open it up to everybody. And then eventually it went to those Marvel characters versus more Capcom characters. So you got your Mega Man, and you got that weird Strider person, I can't remember, but like those were
Strider.
Those were things that this game spawned
45 seconds.
Innovation. One other thing that I loved about this series, once you got to the Marvel Heroes versus Street Fighter, it was a tag team. You picked 2 heroes, and you got to play as them. How much I got left?
30 seconds.
Oh, shit. So the other thing...
30.
Starting the new game brought you into new worlds. You weren't just at the bathhouse or the cage fight or the U.S. Air Force Base. You were playing at different worlds because you had different characters. You were playing once you got to the Marvel one, you were in a New York street playing as Spider-Man. There was more to see, more to do. You got new combos because you're playing as Wolverine. Like you weren't just gonna do an energy burst. You're gonna do claws and like it was just fun to change it up and be different. And the innovation of that spawned a whole lot of new games that eventually moved on. In my rebuttal, I'll talk about the kind of the more modern versions that just exist because of this game.
Awesome. I was trying to play it in the background, but it just froze on me, so I do apologize about that, sir.
My pick, the Marvel.
Yes, it just randomly froze. Technology. But all right, so yeah, I guess I will get going with mine. 2 minutes on the clock, and here we go. All right, so the fighting franchise that I decided to choose was none other than just kidding. Mortal Kombat. I absolutely hate Street Fighter.
Yeah, if you've listened to he hates Street Fighter.
I do not like
I don't
Street
get
Fighter.
it, but he hates
So,
it.
Mortal Kombat. I just want to know, how many movies were spawned from your individual game? Oh, that's right, 0. Yes, Mortal Kombat has at least 4, I believe, 4 movies, and some of them they're not that.
There's a
they're
few
not,
feature cartoons.
They're not great. I mean, they're not terrible. Way better than the Street Fighter the movie.
That's very debatable.
Is it though?
This isn't a movie podcast.
Okay, so we could also do that too, though. But no, I mean, look what it's become. I mean, you have all these extra Mortal Kombats. Mortal Kombat 3, for example, the one that's on the screen behind us. Mortal Kombat 3 had so much. I believe they called it Ultimate Mortal Kombat. Was Mortal Kombat 3, and it just included everything. It had all these different levels, all these different playable characters and characters that you had to fight to be able to play as. The blood and the gore and everything, like you don't get that in your little kid friendly Marvel game there, or if you're playing on the Super Nintendo. But you have your blood and your guts and your gore and your finisher, those ones. But it just was so awesome. I mean, when you go to the arcade, you see all the fighting games, and usually around the Mortal Kombat one, you had the line. You could play Street Fighter anytime because nobody was playing it, right? Because most people are playing Mortal Kombat in the arcade, right? So they're going around playing that. And what it has become, there's other games that are probably a little bit of a spin-off, like Killer Instinct, like where are you going to get that Killer Instinct stuff from? Probably from Mortal Kombat, not from Street Fighter. I'm sure part of it. Yeah, it's debatable. I know, I get it, but this is my time, right? But I'm running out of time, so I'll just stop there.
Because I would argue that like Tekken doesn't draw from either, and if it does draw from one of them, it's probably more Street Fighter than Mortal Kombat.
Probably
because Tekken's one that makes a big push. The one I wanted to bring up as the modern. The fighting game that I got sucked into the most was DC's Injustice, Gods Among Us, which is where you're playing as Wonder Woman, Flash, Batman, like Joker, Harley Quinn. Like it was all DC characters, and it was just awesome to be playing Mortal Kombat because I want to say it's made by that company, but you were playing Superman, Batman, Nightwing. Like you're just beating ass but that's definitely a more modern game, so I couldn't argue it on our retro podcast. But those games don't happen unless they throw in this X-Men versus Street Fighter, where they show that crossover could be popular. So throwing that in there made it get to this. I think there is a Mortal Kombat versus DC though. There for sure is. It was on the 360.
Interesting. I actually didn't know that one, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was.
But I just think what Mortal Kombat has become and how they're Mortal Kombat went through Mortal Kombat 11. Now like Mortal Kombat 12 is technically Mortal Kombat 1, and, which I don't agree with on that. That's like the Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox that.
No, it's because did you play Mortal Kombat 11?
I didn't. A little bit, yes.
Because I bought it and I played it. I hadn't played since like 3.
Okay.
And I bought 11 and played it. At the end, Liu Kang and Raiden like merge, like become one physical being because they need to in order to defeat this like time goddess who's pissed that Raiden like let things happen the way he did, so she's trying to like reset the universe. So they merge and he becomes a fire thunder god, Liu Kang is, and defeats that time witch or whatever, but time does reset, so now it's Mortal Kombat 1.
Interesting.
Right.
All
So
right.
it's not a horrible
All right,
idea.
that makes sense. See, like I mean, I don't know much about the the newer games. So good. I think we're good.
The only thing
Wait,
that
okay.
that I think you should have said that you didn't is that Mortal Kombat has that whole mythology behind it.
Oh yeah,
It's got a
the whole storyline,
history.
and it gets deeper and deeper as you go on within the games, especially the first two.
Mm-hmm.
So
And they do a good job of bringing a story in, whereas I don't think the Street Fighter games do much of that at all.
no, I don't think
Definitely
so.
not the ones I picked with Marvel. It's just a fighting game.
Yeah,
Yours is a world.
True.
It's Outworld. Is it Outworld? Yeah, Outworld realm and Earth realm, and it's a whole who's gonna control both worlds.
Street Fighter is just like who's the best fighter in the world,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah.
Whereas yours is like has consequences if Earth loses. They set up that storyline. It's got
true.
more to it.
True. So, all right, awesome. Well,
But mine has Spider-Man. So everyone loves Spider-Man, man.
Spider-Man, Sony. So, anyways, but yeah. So again, tell us who won or what game you think is better.
Yeah. How are we wrong or who won?
Absolutely.
Like, comment, subscribe, get in there, guys.
What other games do you like? Are they Killer Instinct? Maybe games. Maybe it's more of a Super Smash Bros. Type game. I don't know.
That's totally in the mix.
I think that's another thing is like how and when does all that come into play, and how does that come into play? With these
that's in
fighting
there.
games. Because you could say Super Smash Bros. Is a fighting game based off of
Everything.
it came out on the 64. Is that
Yeah.
retro? Is that retro enough?
Yeah.
I think so too. So it came out pre 2000.
All right. Well, we gave you your argument to like
Yep.
and comment, guys. So get in
So
there.
follow us on Instagram, YouTube, everywhere you can find your podcasts. Reach out to us, terriblegamerpod@gmail.com, but mainly on our Instagram and our YouTube. And as always, people, have a great evening and keep on playing.
And drinking.
See you guys.